Hey everybody. I wanted to talk a little bit today about interdimensionals. It's pretty general, so I'd like to let's kind of dive into some of the most mind-bending mysteries of it. The idea that our universe, really isn't just a vast expanse of stars and galaxies, but it's really also a playground for beings from potentially other dimensions, what we would call interdimensionals. That we can talk about alien sightings and abductions. Most folks picture spacecraft from different worlds, but what if I told you that these beings might not just be interstellar travelers, but actual interdimensional entities? I know a lot of guys have been talking about this for a long time, with really relatively no evidence at all for obvious reasons. But let's just talk about this speculatively for now, just to get into it. So the interdimensional hypothesis, it's like throwing a curveball at everything we thought we knew about the universe. It suggests that these alien beings come from a dimension that exists right here, all around us, yet it remains invisible, intangible to us, and it's really not perceivable through our clunky three-dimensional senses. So imagine them as cosmic travelers, capable of navigating the fabric of the cosmos in ways that would literally make our heads spin. So perceiving the unperceivable, let's break it down with I love analogies, so we'll try this one. Imagine living in a two-dimensional world like characters in an old school comic strip, only aware of length and width. I know you guys have heard this a million times, but I'm going to throw it a little bit differently. Now throw a three-dimensional object, say a basketball, into that world. As this ball passes through their plane, these two-dimensional beings would see it as a series of circles, growing and shrinking. The full form of the ball, its roundness, its bounce, remains completely beyond their grasp. Completely. They're catching glimpses, shadows of a reality that they literally can't fully understand. So that's us when we try to perceive interdimensional beings. If these higher dimensional entities cross paths with our three-dimensional space, we might see them in forms our brains can somewhat process, but we're essentially looking at shadows, really, of whatever these beings' true selves are. So now, picture the universe as a complex, multi-dimensional tapestry. Our little three-dimensional patch is just one part of this grand design. So when an interdimensional being interacts with our patch per se, it's like pressing a finger onto the fabric. The fabric wraps, it distorts under the pressure, creating what we would perceive as an alien being or an ET. But remember, we're not actually seeing the finger, just the way our fabric responds to its touch. And that's really all we're seeing. So this means that what we perceive as alien beings might not just be how our dimensional limitations allow us to interpret their interaction with our world. Our senses, our science, everything we use to decode the universe is tuned to three dimensions. So when something beyond these confines comes knocking, it's no wonder the encounter leaves us sitting there going, what was that? What the hell was that? It doesn't make any sense. So in the grand cosmic dance of dimensions, realities, alien sightings, and abductions could be tiny peepholes into something completely unknown. It does hint at a much larger multi-dimensional universe, if true. So if these visitors are truly from higher dimensions, their reality are indeed, their very essence might remain a puzzle that we're forever trying to solve with current science. So, as we peer into the vast unknown, our journey for knowledge pushes us to explore beyond the limits of perception, reality, and consciousness, into the heart of a multi-dimensional cosmos. So, do your own research, begin meditation, even try psychedelics if meditation is something that's hard for you. you can start to get a glimpse of what these bizarre places are like, and maybe, give us a hand on explaining them. Anyway, just completely speculative, based on loose science, but hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, guys.